The Angel Beats manga is a completely different story to the anime, and well, it gets some bits right and other bits not so much. Now, unlike the anime, the manga Angel Beats gets a lot more right with its characters. Now, they aren't perfect, but this manga manages to at least introduce and develop characters to me. Although the characters are still not perfect like the story. Well, I'll touch on the story later. So I guess let's get into review. And hey, let's hope this one doesn't get claimed by Sony Japan now, eh? The art style. Meh. I love the characters' designs here as much as I love them in the anime, but none of the art in this manga really stands out as being GOAT quality. Here's the thing though, does it even matter when the artist here gave the characters so much charm? Like characters here, like TK, constantly posing in the background and pulling these funky poses, I guess you could put it that way. Or the fact Yui will almost undoubtedly have her eyes winking or shut to act innocent. So whenever the manga does get serious with her, eyes are like open, and it's a clear indication to the new serious level we're at with her. Also, to give the art credit here, they make the Angel Kanade look badass. Like in the anime, I don't know, she always felt sort of stiff whilst being animated, but in the manga, she is literally RoboCop. Now, to move on to the characters here, characters in Angel Beats are all given mostly natural, interesting introductions where they all fit into the story. At first, some side characters such as the girls and the Girls Dead Monsters, the fictional band in this world, they felt pretty useless, but by the end of the manga, I really liked watching Masami lead the singer of Girls Dead Monsters. I'd like seeing her lead and be a tutor to other characters such as Miyuki. Although, I feel Iwasawa and Hisako did not really develop, they just sort of became very good friends, quote, very, very good friends. And sadly, the protagonist here, Hinata, just feels like an absolute massive cocklord. He never clearly develops feelings for Yuri, yet he ends up taking more than a beating. Which would be great if him and Yuri ever did get closer, like build romance. But they don't. So what we see is with characters like Yuri, she develops by learning to become stronger, by placing more trust in her comrades around her, whilst Hinata just simps on the sideline. Although, still, I love how his arc sort of ends, since he has a really wholesome moment with his friends, realizing he has grown from his past self. But, big but, is not even Yuri who comes out for him. It is all his guy friends. So, Hinata, was all that simping really worth it, huh? Was it? You big cuck. Most of Angel Beast's story is quite simple, really. The main goal is to go out and find a large group enough to go and defeat the Angel Canada. While going through all this, we go through fun, stupid stories about planning a haunted theme park or planning a mask party. Along the way, RoboCop Tenshi demonstrates her big balls by always going out to stop the group. Whilst most of us fighting is based around teaming up to fight against God, Tenshi, whatever, every character who's fighting has their own reason. So let's go through it. Noda here is a complete simp. Reoccurring theme, I know, and he wants to prove himself to Yuri, and sort of fails a lot. Takamatsu just wants to follow his friend. Aww. Char is reminded of his wife with Yuri, so he wants to help her out. And finally, let's talk about the most important character, TK. There is really no motivation for TK. He just exists to dance. Like, I'm not reading into the deeper lore or anything, but what I got from it is just all he doesn't really have he's just there for comedy relief, and that is okay because not every character needs in-depth development. He's just fine as sort of his ridiculous comedy relief character. So, how is the ending of Angel Beats? Well, let me tell you. It is the most beautiful, heartwarming ending, but it brought me to tears. Big spoiler alert for this one. I will give you 5 seconds to skip ahead this part of the video. 5, 4, there is no ending! That is right, they did not finish the manga. We are not left on any cliffhanger. But unlike the brilliant ending in the anime, here we are just left with dog scraps. Literal dog scraps. I never read the other manga either, because it is just the anime with some added bonus content. What I'm referring to is the sequel manga to this, which is basically just an anime interpretation. So, it frustrates me that this is the ending. Granted, we do still get a lot of character development, but we never look into it. Like, Hinata or Yuri's past, we never look into their pasts in order to feel they truly develop as characters. The conclusion between SSS and the Angel is never seen, and it is just left to your imaginations. Okay, but accepting the story leaves on a dry note, this manga still has some good parts to its story, even if characters are overall left unfinished. So, I conclude with this. The manga is a good spin on the school genre. I would recommend it to anyone who is looking for a fun short story about characters in high school battling against little girl Robocop.